Good morning, everyone. Let's have another yoga day in the quarantine. Let's move the body. Let's keep the mind and the body sane. So just follow the guidance. First, close your eyes. Attune to your breath. Take long inhalings and long exhaling to your nostrils. Calm the mind. When you close your eyes, the body is here, but the mind takes some time to get into place. But when you close your eyes and will soften your gaze, your mind come to the place. So breathing in, breathing out, inhaling and exhaling, long deep breaths. Create intention for this class today. Just whatever that may be, create intention, but surrendering to the results of the intention. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling and exhaling. And if it works for you, very slow and gentle, we're going to inhale your arms over your head, spread your fingers wide open, and just breathe in. Long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Elongate your spine. Take a long deep breath. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling, exhaling. Take a breath, inhaling and slowly. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Bring your left hand in the back. Bring your chin over the left shoulder. Keep your spine long and straight. And breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Gentle movements for a start. Do not force. You can use your hand in your knee as a leverage to twist, but without forcing. Go slow. Inhaling up. Take a breath, exhaling to the left. Right hand in the back, chin over the right shoulder. And breathing, long deep breath here. Inhaling up. Exhaling, one more to the left. The twist starts from the belly. Inhaling and exhaling, long deep breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Coming back to center, take a breath, drop your left hand in the floor, inhaling the right arm, walk your left fingers, and if it works for you, you can bring all the way your left elbow to the floor. Spread your fingers, the arm is over the head, take a long deep breath. Inhaling, exhaling, going to the opposite side. Once again, you move without forcing, just go as much your body allows you to do. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Back to center. Take a breath. Swing your arms back. Walk your fingers closer. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Squeezing the elbows. Lift your chest. Lift your heart. Lift your head. Gentle back bend. Sitting back bend. Slowly coming back to center, bring your hands forward, take a breath, walk your hands forward, bring your elbows to the floor, and if it works for you, bring your forehead to the floor. Inhaling, coming back to center, take a breath, elongate your spine, take a long deep breath here. Move to sit in the block, move to the side. Start in the table position. In the table position, your hands under the shoulder, knees under the hips. Take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Move your hips back, all the way back towards your heel. Exhaling, gently moving forward. Just go a little bit over your hands so you open the wrists here. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhaling up, little bit, just a little bit forward, exhaling. And separate your knees, walk your hands a little bit further, drop your elbows to the floor, bring your forehead to the floor, and take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Slowly walk your hands a little bit closer, lift your chest, walk your hands to the left, drop your elbows to the floor, and if you were to bring your forehead to the floor. Slowly walk back, lifting up. Back to center, take a breath, walking to the right. Once again, knee forward, forehead to the floor. Inhaling up. Back to center, back to the table. Take a breath. Bring the knees close to each other. Hands under the shoulders. Take a breath, and you're gonna bring your knees to the right. You're not gonna drop to the floor. Just go as much as work for you. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. You go close to the floor, but you don't need to touch the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Back to center, take a breath. Elongate, lifting your right leg, pointing your right toes. Take a breath, bend your right knee, and very slowly lifting the knee parallel to the floor. Exhaling, straighten the leg, pointing the toes. Bring your right knee back down to the floor. Take another breath, inhaling, elongating the left leg, pointing your left toes, bending the knee, lifting the left knee as much as works for you. And coming back, straighten the leg, left knee down. Take a breath here, inhaling, lifting the leg, pointing the toes, bending the knee. This time you drop the opposite elbow, the left elbow, and lifting again the knee parallel to the floor. Coming back, left hand, right knee back down to the floor. Adjust yourself on the table, lifting, elongate the left leg, pointing your left toes, dropping the right elbow this time, bend your right knee and lift. Straighten the leg, right hand back, drop the knee, and curl your toes. You're gonna stand up, take a breath, lift the knees off the floor. Make sure your hands under the shoulders. Stay here for a second, just breathe in and out, relax your neck, gaze on the floor. Very slowly, first try to bring your belly towards your thighs. And then adjust your feet, separate a little bit wider than the hips, and start to walk your hands towards your feet, very slowly. Bend your knees, walk your feet to be right under the hip, bend your knees, let your body be hanging here with your knees bent. Or if you're comfortable, you can straighten your legs and swing your arms to one side to the other. Let your shoulders, arm, and head be heavy here. Take a breath, let it go the movement. Straighten the legs, bring your chin to your sternum, and in a hug doll start coming up. Let your arms, shoulders, and head be heavy here. Coming up very slowly lifting up. The last thing you bring up, bring your shoulders up, shoulders back, and lifting and gazing forward. So you are in this standing position here. Shake it up a little bit. Start in Tadasana with your feet right under the hips. Bring your left hand to your hip and inhale your right arm. Spread your right fingers. Take a breath. We go into the right, just as much as it works for you, once again, without forcing. And breathing, long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Inhaling up. Take a breath, release your right hand to the hip, inhaling the left arm, spread your finger, exhaling, going to the side. Take a long deep breath here, long deep breath. Inhaling up, switch hands again, left hand in the hip, inhaling the right arm, spread your fingers, exhaling, going to the left. Pressing the opposite foot to the floor, so you ground and ball to the floor. Inhaling up, exhaling, hand to the hip, inhaling the left arm, spread the left finger, exhaling. This time you press your right foot to your left foot to the floor. So it's always the opposite. If you come in with the right hand, you press in the opposite foot. And breathing, long deep breath here. Just go as much as you can, do not force. First movement has to be gentle, coming back to center. Release your hands. This time you're gonna swing your arms in the back, interlace your fingers, press your palms against each other. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze in the shoulder blade, lift your chest, lift your head, move your hands a little bit away from the buttocks, and lift your heart, lift your gaze, a gentle back bend. And exhaling, coming back. And release. Take a breath, interlace your fingers, press your arms up out to the ceiling, and really pressing up. Take a breath, long deep breath here, long deep breath. And release, take a breath. Bring your hands to your hips. Telescope, elongate your spine, take a deep breath, lifting the right knee, find a balance in the left foot, move the knee towards your chest, interlace your fingers, bring your knees towards your chest, find a balance. If you have problem with the balance, you can put your hands against a wall here. If you have a wall, whatever works for you here. Find a balance, and very slowly, see if you can grab your foot, start with your knee. Don't lose your balance, start with your knee parallel to your opposite knee, hands in the hip, and press the foot a little bit away. Just pressing a little bit to work in the quads here in the right hand side. See if you can come back again. Grab the knee, lift your sternum, and release. Shake a little bit, take a breath, going to the opposite side, put the weight over the right foot, inhaling, lifting the knee, interlace the fingers. Just go as much as you can, whatever you can. Bring the knee once again without forcing. Take a breath, slowly moving the knee, hands in the hip. Start with the knee parallel to each other. Press the foot against the hand, moving the knee a little bit away from you. And release. Take a breath. Separate your feet a little bit wider, and start to make circles, going in every corner. First, you start with the straight legs, going to the opposite side, and then incorporate the knees. So you are bringing synovial fluid to your joints in your body, your ankles, your knees, your hip, and try to rotate the hip in itself. And breathing, going the opposite way. It's a very soothing pose because you are moving the joints of the body, especially in the area here, which is concentration the first three chakras. There's already stagnation of energy here. Let it go the movement, take a breath, step your feet together. We're gonna start some sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, or Surya Namaskar, whatever you want to say in Sanskrit. Once again, there is many variations, just do what works better for you. Start here in Tadasana, take a breath, lifting, shoulders up, back and down, palms facing the body, chin parallel to the floor, lengthen, lifting, telescope your crown, the seventh chakra to the ceiling, lift your sternum, create space, inhale your arms up, spread your fingers, take a long deep breath here, long deep breath, long deep breath. Slowly bring your hands to your hips, take a breath, and swan dive halfway down. So your torso is parallel to the floor. Relax your neck, take a breath, inhaling halfway up, take a breath, inhale your arms up, palms together this time, a gentle back bend. Just go a little bit, inhaling up, exhaling, this time hands to the side, parallel to the floor, spread your fingers, swan dive halfway down. Stopping halfway down, move your hips forward, take a breath, start to bend your knees if you need it, bring your hands to the floor, stepping the right foot back. Hands flat in the floor, left foot in the back, left foot back. Hands under the shoulder, press your heels a little bit back, breathing in, breathing out, inhaling, exhaling, long deep breath. You are in the plank, just breathing. Make sure your arm is straight, as much as you can, your inner elbows face each other. Take a breath, coming to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down facing dog. Straight legs, maybe a micro bend in the knee to help, and breathing, long deep breath here. Lift your heels, bring your shoulders again on top of the hands. Take a breath here and bend your elbows. We come Chaturanga Dandasana. Just when you clip your elbows close to the body, pressing forward, adjust your feet, pay attention to your feet, and come into upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, exhaling, down dog. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling, exhaling. Bring your knees to the floor. Melting down, child. Just to take a break. Just for a second. Inhaling up, back to the table, roll your toes, down dog. Tonight you're gonna do a sequence here. Today you're gonna do a sequence here. It's more intense. Take a breath. Step your right foot in the center. Lifting, straight your left leg, bending the knee. And if it works for you, flip the dog. Inhaling. So the right leg is straight, the left knee is bent. And you bring your hands as far as work for you in the back, over your head. Whatever works better for you. To coming back, you gaze at the floor. Bring your hands down. Lifting your left leg straight up. Left foot down. Bend your knees. Melting down here. Once again, just melting down for a second. Breathing in, breathing out. Once again, coming back to the table. I'm going to switch sides because we're going to go to the opposite side. Starting the table, curl your toes, down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. This time I begin left foot in the center, lifting the right leg straight up, bending the knee, and flipping the dog. And breathing. You can gaze it up, arms back, over the head. I like to keep the right heel off the floor, the outside the foot supporting you. Important not let your hips sink in here. Take a breath, gaze in the floor, lifting the right leg, back to the floor, adjust yourself, melting down, child. Totally melting down. Totally melted. Lift yourself in the table, take a breath. Gonna switch side because we're gonna fall in triangle and to better vision, that's why I switch the side. Starting the table again, lifting, coming to the down dog. Put the left foot in the center, inhaling the right leg up. Take a breath, you're gonna cross the leg under the belly button, straight into the side, and lifting the left arm. Make sure your hands under the shoulder. Take a breath, hands back, inhaling, lifting the right leg. Bring your right foot down, melting down, child. I took some melting down shoulders because this pose can be very intense, just to help you with the energy. Back to the table. Once again, I'm switching sides so you have better view. Cross. If you're doing it yourself, you don't have to switch side. I'm just doing that better for the camera. Bring your right foot in the center, inhaling the left leg up. Cross it under, straighten the leg, hands under the shoulder, inhaling the right arm. Take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Gaze at the floor, right hand back, inhaling the left leg up, left foot back, bending the knees, melting down in child. Totally melting down. Back to the table, take a breath, adjust yourself in the table, curl your toes, take a breath, lifting, coming to down dog. Start to walk your hands towards your feet, bend your knees a little bit, walk your feet to be under the hips, belly in the thighs, gazing forward, bring your arms to frame your ears. We come into the chest pose, heel Utkatasana. Bring your knees back. You gaze between your hands, spread your fingers wide open. You are in the chest pose, Utkatasana. Take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Inhaling up, palms together, hands in the heart. Close your eyes for a second. Take a long deep breath. Long deep breath. The sequence I did is a little bit more intense. You need a little bit more experience. But if you do that, you feel how much energy you can get just one single sequence of sun salutation. So, starting Tadasana, again, take a breath, inhale out, exhaling, just balancing the energy, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling up, exhaling down. This time you're going to bring your hands to your hips. I'm going to do a standing pose, the 3, Vrichyasana. Put the weight over the left foot, start with the knee bend. Once again, if you have a problem with the balance, you can put your hands against the wall, against the chair to give support, something near you. Bend the foot, idea the knee is aligned with your hip. Lift your sternum, hands in the heart. Lift your elbows, palms pressed against each other. Take a breath, inhaling up. And breathing here. Long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Little variation with the arms. Spread the fingers wide open. Take a breath. You can bend your elbows. You can do a chin mudra here. Take a breath. Inhaling. Hands in the heart. Take a breath. You release your hands. We're gonna swing the knee in front of the body. We're gonna do to the flamingo. Bring your arms forward, swing your arms back, interlace your fingers. This time your foot can be in the top of the knee. And very slowly bring your hands away from the body. Try to bring your chin to the knee. Just go as much as you can. Release. Hands in the heart. Shoulders back. Stepping down. Take a long deep breath. So it's a combination of the 3 with the flamingo. The flamingo is sleeping in one leg to save energy. Nature teaches us a lot. Weight over the right leg, bend in the left knee, lift your sternum, focus forward, find a drist. The drist is a point straight forward, something straight doesn't move, to help you with finding balance. Take a breath, lifting the foot. When you press the foot, you press the foot against the thigh, the inner thigh, and the inner thigh against the foot. Take a breath here, inhaling and exhaling, long deep breath. Inhaling up. And breathing, long deep breath. Straight out, spread the fingers. Take a long deep breath here. Another variation here with the mudra. Hands in the heart. Take a breath slowly. Move the knee forward. Knee pointing forward. The foot can be in the top of the knee. Hands back. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze in the shoulders. Squeeze in the elbows. And very slowly move the hands. Try to bring your chin to your sternum. Sorry, your chin to the knee. Slowly inhaling up. Hands in the heart. Stepping down. Move your hips a little bit, shake a little bit, take a deep breath here. We're gonna do another sequence here, is a variation of the half moon and the, Ardha Chandrasana in half moon. For this, you can use the block. You put the block in front of you. We have 3 warriors. Warrior number 1, warrior number 2, and warrior number 3. This is going to do is warrior number 3, we call the stick. Starting Tadasana. The block should be in front of you. Inhale your arms up. Lifting, elongate. Put the weight over the right leg and very slowly, straight left leg. So leg is going to come in parallel to the floor. Your torso is parallel to the floor. This is called a stick or Virabhadrasana 2. You can drop your hand in the block and you slowly find a balance. And you come into Ardha Chandrasana. That's half moon pose. Ideally the foot is higher than the hip. Should be a straight line for the right hand to the left hand. Take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Balance is challenge. You can go slow. It's a little bit more challenge pose here. And very slowly using the gravity, you're coming back. Switch side. Put the block, Always I switch side to avoid to give my back to the camera, just to be for, so the block is in front of you. Start in Tadasana, take a breath, inhale your arms up. Spread the finger, lift your sternum, take a breath, put the weight over the left leg, slowly inhaling, lifting the right leg, pointing your right toes. Ideally is parallel to the floor, drop the right hip, drop your left hand, find a balance, and slowly coming to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Take a long deep breath here, long deep breath. And coming back, once again, balance pose can be challenged, just do whatever works for you. Take a long deep breath here. We go into the Trikonasana. Start, separate your legs. If you are very tall, I'm short, you find an angle works for you. You turn your whole right leg, 90-degree angle. You can put the block inside of your ankle, a book, you can, a can, whatever you have. Turn your back foot in a pigeon toe in, bring your left hip back to body be in the same plane. Inhale your arms up, you lengthen your arms. Elongate, spread your fingers wide open. Gaze over the right hand, take a breath here. We go into the right hand side as much as you can. You cannot anymore, you can drop your hand in the block. The block can be inside, outside. If you don't have a block, you can have your hand to your knee. The more important, not bring your toes forward. Still in the same plane of line here. I like to use the block always helps you to open much more. You have a straight leg but a micro bend in the knee. The idea is to not lock the knee. Very important here. So you are in the triangle Trikonasana. Take a long deep breath here. Long deep breath. Inhaling, exhaling, long deep breath. And very slowly you're going to do a counter stretch. Bring your left hand behind the left leg. Inhale in the arm. Let go over your ears. And coming back. Drop your hands to the hips. Turn your feet forward. In some schools of yoga, people jump. I don't like the jump because eventually it's going to affect your hip. Just my opinion and observation. Heel toes, you're coming back to center. This is a gentle way to coming back. If you feel confident, jump. If you are young, you can do that. Move the block to the side, hands in the hip, telescoping, lifting up. Take a breath, stepping. The right leg open up, turn you again the left leg, block inside of your left hand, right back foot in a pigeon toe, hips back, inhale your arms up, take a breath here, lengthen, elongate, gaze over the left hand, take a breath, we go into the left, windmill, Trikonasana. Once again, the block can be here to help more, you can bring your arms back, straight leg, but a micro bend the knee. The idea is to not lock the knee. They lock the knee when you cross all the way back. You lock the knee if you're doing Bikram yoga, not in other yoga schools. And breathing, inhaling, exhaling, long deep breaths. Back leg is straight also. Take a breath, inhaling up very slowly. Right hand behind the left leg. Still snow in Boston, April 17, 18. It's amazing. Since I live in Boston for 33 years, I never see snow that late. Drop your arms, feet forward, heel toes, you're coming back to center. We're gonna do coming down to the floor. I like to say we're gonna come down in style. First, you lift your heels off the floor. Get yourself taller. Inhale your arms up, palms together. This time, press your heels against each other. That's one way to get more support. Bring your hands in front of the chest, drop your shoulders down, and very slowly you're coming down in Malasana. Malasana is a prayer position. If you're strong, a yogi or yogini, you can stay here for 3 days in the prayer position. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling, exhaling, long deep breath. Take a breath. I may have to switch sides so you can see the angle in the side. We go into the crow. I love the sequence here, but once again, this is a very intense sequence. Bring your hands to the floor. Your hands should be in the edge of the yoga mat. Your fingers wide open, so you press under your knuckles. You bend your elbows to the side. Second step. Lift your buttocks from your heels, tilting forward. And then you drop each knee, the top of each elbow. Lift one foot, lift the other, and you come into the crow. If you are experienced, you drop the head, and you can come in and support headstand here. Point your toes to the ceiling, coming back, foot together, hands at the top of, and you coming back. Once again, this is a little bit more intense. I suggest you to do only if you have more experience. Cross your ankles, sit here, and slowly buttocks back, straight the legs. When you sit, you shake your legs, move the flesh to the side, take a breath here. We're gonna do a little spinal twist. You cross your right foot outside. The foot could be near the knee, the middle of the hamstring, all the way near the hip. Grab the knee with your right hand, swing your left arm all the way back, flex in the foot, bring your chin back, bring your chin over the left shoulder, bring your left shoulder back. The hand should be near the buttocks so you have more straight spine. And you gaze over to the left side. And you bring your eye socket, your eye to the left hand side in your eye socket. So you're massaging the muscles in the knee. Just go as much as you work for you here. If you are more flexible, you can bring your elbow outside the knee. Coming back to center, bring both hands to the knee, and you do a little Costa stretch. Bring both hands to the opposite side. Straight the legs, shake the legs. We're gonna do switch sides just to have a better view for you here. Start with your feet flat. Take a breath here. Move the flesh. Elongate your spine. This time you're gonna cross the right leg. Grab the hand near the spine. Foot is flat at the floor. Right elbow back. Chin over the right shoulder. Eye to the right hand side of your eye socket. And breathe. Back to center. Hands, a little Costa stretch. Shake the legs. Take a long deep breath here. Gonna come down to lay your back. Let your body melt into the floor. Start with your feet together. Head should rest in the middle of the back of the head. Take a breath here. Bend your right knee. Interlace your fingers. Release your belly and your low back to the floor. Really, every time you release the belly, the low back towards the floor, you have more room to bring your knee towards your chest. Here. This is Pavanamukhatasana, the wind relief pose. Just breathing. You can do with the eyes open, the eyes closed. Whatever works better for you here. This is very good for the whole spine, for the low back. If you have sciatic, this is excellent. Take a breath very slowly, lift your chest, try to bring your chin towards the knee. Doesn't have to touch, just go as much as works for you and how flexible you are. Release your hand, straight the left. You can bring your hands, whatever works for you. Hamstring, the knee, all the way to your ankle. Take a breath here, try to bring your chin towards the knee. Lifting the left leg a little bit. Straighten the leg. Take a breath, inhaling, exhaling. Once again, the chin towards the knee. Release your left foot to the floor. If it works for you, still holding the leg, bring your head back to the floor. Keep your leg in the same position. Release your arms shoulder height, palms facing down, and guided by your right heel, coming back very slow, coming back. Very slow, coming back. When you do that, pay attention to the difference you feel in your leg. If your leg is elongate even more, feel like you have a longer leg. Take a breath, bend your left knee, interlace the fingers, knees towards the chest, foot flex, and breathing here, long deep breath, long deep breath. Slowly, chin towards the knee. Release your hand, straighten the leg, lifting the right foot, chin towards the knee, and breathing here, long deep breath here. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing the right leg to the floor, still holding the leg. See if you can bring your head back, keep your leg up in the air, open the arms, coming down very slowly, coming down. When you back your leg to the floor, let your body melting down for a second here, totally melting down. Bend your knees, bring your feet close to the buttocks, take a breath here. Bring your knees together over your chest, point your feet to the floor, and start to put small circles here. Very small. Pretend you have a crayon in your knees and you make a circles in the ceiling. Go in the opposite side. And breathing to support the movement. Let go the movement. Take a breath. We're not going to touch the floor. Keep your knees close to each other. Slowly bring your knees to the right. You gaze your left hand. Inhaling up. Exhaling the opposite side. Knee go to one side, the head going to the other. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the right. Gaze your left hand. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. This time I'm going to let my knees come all the way to the floor. The arms, shoulders high. The important here is not your knee to the floor, but keep your shoulders to the floor. So you add a gentle twist here. And my left hand in the top of the right knee. Release that, hands to the floor, inhaling, knees close to the chest. Relax, align your body a little bit here. Take a breath, inhaling, going to the right. Right hand in the top of the left knee, left shoulder in the floor, and you gaze the left shoulder. And breathing, long deep breath. Release your hands, slowly. Knees coming over your chest, take a breath. Drop your feet to the floor. Your feet should be close to the buttocks because you go into the bridge, Situ Badasana in Sanskrit. Arms start parallel to the floor. Relax your back, relax your belly. Your head should rest in the middle of the low back. I always talk about that so the vertebrae in the neck is supported here. So arms parallel to the floor, palms facing down. Take a breath, very slowly start to lift in the hips. Lifting, lifting. In some point, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades so you can interlace your fingers and you have more room to lift your hips. The last adjustment, you bring your sternum towards your chin, close your eyes, so have a soft gaze. Man has tendency to open the knees. Keep your knees in the same position. Breathing in is a very energetic pose. You can do a variation here, a supported bridge. This is one variation. You can stay longer on your support bridge. You can stand your leg parallel to the right knee and then very slowly inhaling the leg up. Straight leg. Bend your knee. Drop your foot to the floor. Take a breath. Straight right leg. Inhaling, lifting, straight leg. This is variations you can do when you are here in the bridge. Take a breath. Release. To release from the bridge, release your arms to the side and you're coming down very slowly, vertebra by vertebra coming down to the floor. On your back, all the way to the floor, lift your head, grab your knees, bring your head down, bring your sacral back towards the floor, and do a little swing to one side to the other, just to massage in your low back. It's very important, it's very powerful. This simple exercise, massaging your low back. Release, take a breath. You're going to straighten the legs. We're going to Savasana. I want to do in just half 30 minutes yoga class. In Savasana, you open your feet to the edge of yoga mat. Open your arms 30 degrees parallel to your body. You know it's 30 degrees when you Shoulders are flat in the floor. Very important, your head should rest in the middle of the back of the head. This is Savasana. This is a relaxation position. It's a very powerful pose because your body is going to learn to integrate all the hard work you've done here. In Savasana, relax your shoulders. The key here is to be motionless and thoughtless. Try to not move. To find a comfortable position, you can move your body a little bit to one side to the other. And then when you find this perfect position, the key is to be motionless here. Let your body slowly melting down to the floor. Eventually, you're going to do a class in Yoga Nidra. It's a deep relaxation. Eventually, you're going to do a class just in that. If you are familiar with the chakras, the first one is in the bottom of your spine. You can bring your attention there. You can bring your breath there. You're breathing right in the first chakra. The first chakra is between your genitals and your anus. And you bring attention to this area and bring your breath there. This chakra is responsible for your body, for the bones, ligaments, the muscles, and also is a survival one. It's mean house, shelter, survive. First chakra, breathing right there. Let it go the first chakra. Bring awareness to your second chakra, which is 2 inches above your genital. This is sexuality, fluidity, all the fluids in the body, a lot of tension in this area. So breathing right there in the second chakra, 2 inches above your genital. You're breathing in and out there, relaxing, totally surrendering, totally letting go. Take a breath. I'm doing a little fast, so it's just a sample for you guys. Bring awareness to your third chakra around your belly button, 2 inches below your belly button. Bring attention there, bring your breath there. Massaging this area with your breath. This is all your internal organs. Feel like you're massaging your internal organs. This is your heart center, your gut feelings, very powerful on us. You have to exercise your gut feeling. That's your right answer for a lot of the questions. We have a lot of memory cells in this area because that's what you're linked to the mother's body, to the tomb. Breathing right, the third chakra around your belly button. And letting go, totally letting go. Those are the 3 primitive chakras. Now we're going to transcend to a more subtle level. Bring awareness to your heart. Open your heart. Massage your heart with your breath. Surrendering here. Totally focusing your heart center and breathing right there. Massaging your heart with your breath. The heart is emotions, feelings, sensation. Bring awareness to this area of your body. Take a breath. We're going to transition for the throat, the thyroid. This is a self-expression, so let your voice be heard. Massaging your throat, your thyroid with your breath. You're breathing in and out, it's slow and gentle, but focus in the thyroid, in the throat. Let go of that. This was the 5th chakra. Now we're going for the 6th chakra, which is between your eyebrows. That's your third eye. Bring your attention there. Bring your breath there. And from the third eye, right between your eyebrow, you draw a straight line to the middle of your brain, your pineal glandula, or pineal glandula. This is the center of the knowledge of your being. And if you want to do a mantra here to help you to go deeply, you can mentally just keep repeat the Om. Om. You take a breath and do several times. Om. But do no verbal, do mentally. Let it go the 6th chakra. Now bring awareness to the crown of your head, the 7th chakra. Here, all the energy are releasing to the universe. The energy are coming from the bottom of your spine, cross the Shushuna, the spine, and transcending through the crown of your head. You are melting with the whole universe. We are part of the total. You are not separate. Totally surrendering, totally surrendering. I suggest you stay 5 to 8 minutes in Savasana. Coming back, start to move your fingers, your toes, maybe move your head a little bit to one side to the other. Gentle micro movements, just coming back to the body. Take a breath, it's slow, you bend your knees, and you're gonna tune in to the right hand side in the fetus position. Fetus position, bring your knees towards your chest, and totally surrendering here. Once again, I say before, this is a very nourishing pose. You are in the womb, you are protected, you are loved. We spend 9 months here. It's very soothing. Let the energy bathe your body with this protection, love, and care. Take a breath, still with your eyes closed or soft gaze. Bring your left hand to the floor, so you come into a comfortable seat position. If you are very confident sitting the Japanese style, it's good because elongate your spine straight up. Let your hands rest your knees, preferably the palms facing up. You can do a mudra, chi mudra, index and rest the thumb, the other fingers together. Elongate your spine, take a breath here, and you sit in quiet for meditation here. Just bring awareness to your third eye, slide, bring your chin to your sternum, keep your eyes closed or soft gaze, and just pay attention to your breath. Don't even put the effort to breathe. Just pay attention to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, slow and gentle and quiet. Once again, I suggest if you have time, you stay longer as works for you, but if you don't have a lot of time, so sit at least for 5 minutes here in meditation with your eyes closed, no music play around, in one room, only yourself, or eventually in the parking, some in the beach, somewhere outside. Eventually, right now, stay home. To finish, bring your hands to your heart in the prayer position, elongate your spine, take a breath here, and namaste. Thanks for listening to this video. I hope it helped in some way. If you all have any questions, you always can leave in the box below. And appreciate and stay home. We're gonna get that situation. Send positive energy, dedicate your energy for the class, for the healing of the people in planet. And there's a lot of people suffering. There is people already lost loved ones. Send positive from your heart. You cannot imagine how the positive energy you send it. Every day wake up and send that energy to clean up the universe. Maybe this snow today, this beautiful snow happened in April 18, we're gonna help. So stay focused, help some people, and let's keep walking towards the light. Let's keep walking towards the light. Thank you.